Good evening and thanks for joining us for KRK4 News at 6. I'm Laura Monteverde. Bob has the night off. Back here in Arkansas, after rejecting the governor's idea to meet as a united front, legislators have filed several bills that are pandemic related and appear, at least on the surface, to go against his recommendations. Our Jay Burr has been following this story for us. He joins us live in Little Rock with more information. Jay?
Yeah, Laura, State Senator-elect Dan Sullivan, also State Representative Justin Gonzalez, filing concurrent resolutions that would actually put an end to the state of emergency here in Arkansas. So it looks like there's some tension between the legislative and the executive branches here in Arkansas, but that's not exactly what it seems. After rejecting the idea for the House and Senate to meet to affirm his latest emergency order extension, it seemed there was tension between the legislative and executive branches.
There's the perception out there that the legislature is opposing the governor.
State Senator-elect Dan Sullivan filed a package of bills that he says affirms most of what the governor has done.
We filed this package of bills to let the people know that we don't oppose the governor. We just oppose his overreach of what we think is the constitutional authority.
Senator-elect Sullivan believes some of the tension between the branches could have been avoided in the earlier days of the pandemic.
Why does the governor not come before the legislature with the emergency rulemaking powers that are in effect and say, hey guys, we need to do this, it's a good thing. And we go, okay, we agree, it's a good thing. It doesn't seem that complex.
Several of Sullivan's bills will enact what is already in action under the governor's emergency order, such as allowing corporate shareholder meetings to be virtual, absentee ballot reasoning to be expanded in emergencies, and allowing notaries to be done virtually. All things Sullivan says make more sense now.
I mean, there are several of these that the law was written years ago, before we could do things like you and I are doing. And now we can. Guess what? So maybe it's time to update the notary bill.
Even though both chambers rejected the governor's idea to meet, Sullivan says the spirit of working together in the pandemic has always been a priority.
But we do want to work with the governor, and I hope that he'll want to work with us.
And Senator-elect Sullivan does say those concurrent resolutions will not go into effect unless that package of bills is passed. He says the legislation does understand that there could be some of those funding streams that are available out there because of it being a state of emergency could be cut off too soon if that were the case. Live from the state capitol, Jay Burr, KRK4 News.